Hi everyone, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about not to-do list. I think it's really important to know what you like and what you want to do and just what are there for you to do every day. But in order to really clarify what you want to do, it's also important to know what you don't want to do or you decide not to do. A lot of people, I think, including me, have this unconscious pressure to do things. Oh, maybe I should do this because that's what most of my friends are doing, or I have to do it if I want to do this, or I was told by my friend that it's good, so I should try. So there are so many things, but we have to always consciously think about what do I like, what do I enjoy. And if you are unconsciously, automatically kind of leaning toward the things that people around you decide that you should do, then I feel you are suffering a lot. I decided to talk about this topic today because the past 1 week I encountered 3 people, including me, thinking like this. So first incident was one of someone that I know who was in a book club, and she was feeling that she has to do it, but she's not motivated to do it. So she was asking me, how she should motivate herself or not. And I asked her, what makes going to the book club important for her. And she answered that maybe I should read more books because it might be good for me. And so more question I asked, but I didn't hear that she wanted to read books. It was more like it would look nice if she read books, or she enjoys reading books, but in terms of just joining the book club, I didn't hear that she wanted, or she wanted to go, or she wanted to read those books. So I said, is this something you really want to do? And if not, then what's the problem if you say no? And she was, thinking, and she, I think, went deeper inside. And she thought, yeah, maybe it's better if she say no. And after she decided that she's gonna say no to this, then she shared how light her feeling became, and she's even more motivated about her life, enjoying her life, and how she can spend that time or that energy to something else. So I was really happy to see how her way of talking, or the facial expression, or the whole energy changed when she was saying, oh, I'm not so motivated to go to this book club. So then after a few days, there was a time for me to decide that I'm gonna join this meeting or not. It was originally scheduled maybe like several months ago. And back then, it was really important priority for me, so I said I'm gonna join. But now, that meeting time is overlapping with my Zumba class. And since, I don't know, a few months ago, Zumba has been super important to me. The importance increased so much after I read all the books about how exercising is good for your health or for your brain. So Zumba class several months ago and Zumba class now is totally different priority for me. So back then when I decided to join this particular meeting, that meeting was the priority for me. But now for me, Zumba class is so important. It doesn't matter what other people say. For me, it's really important. But I was thinking, oh well, but I already told the group that I'm going, and it's gonna be rude if I say Zumba is important. So I was kind of thinking, yeah, I'm gonna still go to this meeting. But after talking to this person, I was thinking, maybe I'm doing the same thing here. And maybe I need to be vulnerable and admit that Zumba is really important for me, and I don't need to be embarrassed or feel bad to say what I really feel. So I contacted this person in the group and shared how I feel and what's my priority right now. It's really, I need courage to be honest to talk about this, but it's true. And she said, oh, that's perfectly fine. Like, we don't want you to feel like you have to be there, and when you're there worrying about what you would feel if you were in the Zumba class. So that's totally fine. I perfectly understand, and I was really thankful. I was really glad that I became vulnerable and shared, and she accepted what's important to me. So, and now they are saying maybe they can change the time a little bit so I can go to Zumba and this meeting, and that works perfectly fine for me, because it's not that I don't want to go to this class. It was just Zumba that I didn't want to miss. So if it doesn't overlap, then that works fine for me. So that was another thing. And I saw another person who was in this regular meeting, regular weekly meeting, and feeling like she's not good enough. She's not doing a good job every week, because she knows that was her weakness. And so discouraged, and end up feeling negative at the end. So I was wondering, why would you bother to go to that meeting? Anyway, the good thing is that you learn that you don't want to go to that meeting, or it's better not to go. If next opportunity or next meeting similar to that happens, you know the answer. You're not going there. So I think the most important thing in your life is how you can enjoy your life. And everybody's different. And even depending on what phase you're in, you can be different. So like I said, Zumba 1 year ago was not even in my idea. But beginning of this year I started. And how important Zumba was back then and how important Zumba is for me right now is different, and probably it will change in the future also. So it's okay to have something that you're not interested in. Just focus on what you like. You should enjoy your life. You should relax. You should just be yourself and do things you're good at or better at. And if there's absolutely something that you don't like but have to do, for many people sometimes it's work or some other commitment, but then what makes it absolutely necessary for you to do it, then you need to really look at the reason. I don't really like this work, but right now this is the only choice I have and I can't change it. Then if that's the reason, and if you're still making the choice to keep the job, to do it, then I think even if you don't enjoy it, you decided to do it, then I think that's a different story. Then how would you want to do it? You need to really commit to yourself and put some effort and time and energy. If you decide, it was your decision. But if it's not absolutely necessary and you can do it without, then don't do it. And I think many of us, including me too, if we're not conscious about what we want to do and what we don't want to do, we end up doing something that we don't really enjoy, we're not really good at, but because of this pressure or something that you tell yourself, like, you should do this, or it's better for you if you can do this, then you start doing it, but you're not all in. And you start blaming other people, situation, you start complaining. So I think it's really important to catch yourself. If you start blaming others' situation or start complaining, then it's the time. Okay, let's think about me. Is this something I want to do or I don't want to do? And if it's something I don't want to do, is it absolutely necessary for me to do it or not? If not, don't do it. And if it's absolutely necessary, what makes it important for me? And how can I commit to this? So that's something that I learned in the past 1 week. I mean, something that I was reminded again and again. So I really wanted to talk about this importance of having not to-do list. If anything is really emotionally draining you, don't do it. So I want to ask you, what would you like to put on your not to-do list from today? Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.